And, if it isn't kosher, you're eating pork down the street. Does that work? Kind of. Okay.
I think here, if you look at the kinds of facilities that this applies to, and you're talking about, number one, what is the incentive for the business owner to comply and not just let people in? Bars, wineries, breweries, nightclubs, lounges, facilities. What do they all have in common? Booze. What does that mean? What do they have from the government that is 100% vital for them to exist?
Their licenses, their
liquor license. So, let's say you had, the city of LA on Monday.
Big error.
You're going to have to show proof of vaccine to get into other kinds of places like gyms and retail stores that don't rely on a liquor license.
Yeah.
So this is a double-edged enforcement priority for these businesses here, because not only could the Department of Health come and write them a citation, which a lot of business owners might say, I don't care about that.
It's a slap on the wrist. It's a fine.
But ABC shows up and says, now your liquor license is suspended. That's the end of their business.
Yeah, good point.
So I think here you'll see high enforcement. City of LA with these other kinds of facilities, that'll be more interesting to me.
President Biden says by next week the U.S. will have enough Pfizer COVID-19 vaccines for every single child. My question was on this one, if we have enough vaccines for every kid, but say only a third of parents want their kids to be vaccinated against this, what happens to then the doses that we have? Do they expire? Do we run into the same...
By the way, it's two-thirds of parents.
Two-thirds of parents.
Right. So now you're going to see a lot of extra vaccines. Are you going to see vaccines being sold at swap meets?
It's a roastable swap meet.
Yes.
There's the vaccine tent.
Yes.
No, but you might see roving gangs, maybe not the right word, roving gangs of healthcare workers with coolers going to the mall, going to the high school football game, and, hey, who wants a vaccine right now?
Except they're not licensed, so they can't come out with paperwork that is accepted by the authorities.
Well, what about, do you remember the story? It was in Oregon. It was in the earlier days when the vaccines came out, and there were these, were they EMTs or something, that were stopping people on the highway because they had these doses that were going to go bad, and they were saying, hey, we can give you a vaccine. And it was on the up and up in terms of being legally allowed to do it.
Yeah, it's wild that the United States has a surplus of vaccines, and a big surplus.
Well, people starve to death, and then we throw away half a dinner.
That's true.
Because it's from a restaurant where the portions are enough for 3 people.
I don't throw away food.
You are very good at that.
I clean my plate, and that has to do with, growing up. Kids are starving all over the world. You have to clean your plate. So I got fat. They still starve.
We were just going to compliment you on the fact that you are good about leftovers.
I am good about leftovers.
Deserve that.
I still deserve it. Just what my motivation is, it has to do with conversations between me and my shrink. The rest of it is I clean my plate. Let's take a break. We'll be back. More and on the news. First, and your chance to win some money to buy food if you want. That works. Very nice segue. All right, this second with Jennifer.
The governor of New Jersey is celebrating his historic win. Phil Murphy managed to pull ahead in a race that was too close to call for almost 24 hours. He is the incumbent Democrat in that state. The House is adding paid family leave and medical leave to the social spending bill again. Democrats had initially called for 12 weeks of leave, but it was cut down to 4 before being dropped altogether last week. It reportedly is back at 4. And the NFL is looking into whether Aaron Rodgers of the Green Bay Packers, who tested positive for COVID-19 yesterday and will miss Sunday's game, did he violate the league's COVID-19 protocols? He's reportedly not fully vaccinated, only saying 2 months ago he was immunized. We'll take a look at your drive with Kfi in the sky, and we're following the 71 next.
Living with dental issues is hard. No one knows this better than Joseph, who struggled with failing teeth for years.
The inflammation, the bad breath, the teeth falling out, the pain.
These issues took their toll, so Joseph came to Clear Choice Dental Implant Center, where he discovered one procedure to put an end to the years of discomfort, pain, and compromise.
Once I got it done, I was like, why did you wait so long?
That's what dental implants did for Joseph. Find out what they can do for you by visiting clearchoice.com.
Still loving those Solar Max panels.
You bet, saving tons of money. Those panels are going to keep the lights on all through the fall and winter. And because Solar Max does everything under one roof right here in Southern California, I'm getting the best service.
And Solar Max has this exciting new offer. Solar Max has new Tesla 420 panels and power walls for $79.96 per month and $0 down.
Dial pound 250 from your cell phone, say the keyword Solar Max, pound 250, Solar Max, or go to solarmaxtech.com. Monthly payment available on free credit. See SLB number 97208.
Southern California Edison wants you to know that downed wires are dangerous. Never approach or touch a downed wire or anything in contact with it. Stay away and call 911. Stay alert, stay safe. Learn more at fce.com/stay safe.
SoCal weather from KFI, mostly sunny with highs mid-60s at the beaches to the mid-80s inland. This report is brought to you by Southern California Edison. From the Southern California Toyota Dealers Traffic Center, we make it easy. We're watching the 71.
Yeah, nothing easy right now going through Pomona. North 71, right about through 10, always an extremely busy place this time in the morning, but there was a crash. Now underline was backed up solid. Traffic is starting to move now. Again, that's North 71 around the 10. And once you get on the west end, it's in fair shape, believe it or not. Going through the 605, going through the 710, there's some slowing there, but not too big. But a major problem now, is just going, it's been going on since last night, believe it or not, in Orange County. South 55 at Dyer, all lanes are shut down. End of our pursuit, they're still trying to deal with the driver. 55 stops before the I-5. Don't forget about Red Hill. Runs right alongside the 55. It'll get you where you need to be. By the way, you can get on the South 55 at MacArthur. KFI in the sky helps you get there faster. We're trying. I'm Jeff Ball.
This report is sponsored by Whole Foods Market. Grab your favorite mug and warm up with savings at Whole Foods Market. Get 25% off all packaged tea through November 16th, plus an extra 10% off for Prime members while supplies last. See more on the Whole Foods Market app.
Have you been thinking about selling your home? You've probably heard any of your friends who've sold a home recently said, you are not going to believe what you get for your house right now, right? Well, I know somebody who wants to buy your house. It's the people at opendoor.com. Open Door is the new fashioned way to sell your home. I just wish that I had known about this before we sold our home a couple of years ago. It was so stressful. You had all the prep work. You had people tromping through your house for the showing. You had to do all the repairs yourself. But if I'd just gone to opendoor.com/myoffer, all I would have had to do was enter some information about my house, basic stuff. How many bathrooms, how many bedrooms, how many square feet. Then they take that information, compare it to comps in the neighborhood, and then within minutes send you back a real competitive offer for your home. How do I know this? Because I tried it. I want to see how the process works, right? And even though I've only owned my house a year, I went, hey, look at the money we could make on this thing. I was shocked by the offer that they gave me back. So you know how much you'll get, you can close when you're ready, and you do everything online at opendoor.com/myoffer. Offer eligibility varies. Open Door is represented by Open Door Brokerage Inc., license number 020-61130 in California, and Open Door Brokerage LLC in its other markets. Sell your home the new fashioned way at opendoor.com/myoffer.
Tired of theft and vandalism at your commercial property? Proactively protect your business with advanced video security. At Bay Alarm, we keep our eyes on what you prize. Go to bayalarm.com to get protected today. ACO 28CCL880138. Spectrum Mobile is reinventing wireless again. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month per line. No contracts, no added taxes or fees. Includes nationwide 5G. Save up to 60% with Spectrum Mobile. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month. Call 855-438-2999 or visit a store near you. Offer valid for new customers on 2+ unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Savings based on 2-line comparison of unlimited plans from major national carriers as of 9/20/21. Prepaid excluded. Restrictions apply. AMCO presents Bet You Didn't Know.
Bet you didn't know that your car's transmission is made up of 800 pieces. Also, bet you didn't know that AMCO's fixed over 40 million transmissions, and that AMCO offers a nationwide warranty.
Are you still driving around with that check engine light on? AMCO will read and report the trouble codes on your vehicle for free. Call them today.
That's AMCO, AA, MCO.
Have you received your free AAA full picture quote? It gives you a 360-degree view of your auto insurance quote. From premiums to coverages to discounts, visit
AAA.com/insurance to see how much you could save.
In 2007, Marine First Lieutenant Travis Manion was killed in Iraq after saving his wounded teammates. Travis's legacy lives on through the words he spoke before his final deployment. If not me, then who? Words that today fuel the spirit of Travis Manion Foundation. And through TMF, these words can live in you too. Show the world what you're made of, because character is invisible until it's not. Find out how you can strengthen the character of your community alongside empowered veterans, families of the fallen, and inspired civilians at travismanion.org.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 38,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
California has millions of homes that could be damaged in a strong earthquake. And earthquakes are inevitable in the Golden State. An older home is especially vulnerable to earthquake damage, so you may need to take steps to strengthen it and help reduce the chance of damage. Visit strengthenmyhouse.com to learn about better protecting your home from earthquake damage. The work may cost less than you think and can often be completed in a few days. You've worked hard to get a home. Now's the time to protect it. Get prepared today so you can worry less tomorrow. Visit strengthenmyhouse.com.
The wets are getting wetter.
It's a wetter wet. That's worse than a drier dry.
And in case the winter is a colder cold, then
So we have to kind of be exactly average to get out of this, right?
yes, we have to have a more normal norm.
John and Ken, weekdays at 2.
The lukewarms are getting lukewarmer.
On KFI.
Candle Morning Crew on a Thursday, November 4th. Let's start with your chance for some money in your pocket.
KFI has your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword PAY, P-A-Y, to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's PAY to 200-200.
And if you win, you'll get a call from a number you don't recognize. You must pick that up. We do this every weekday from 5:20 a.m. to 7:20 p.m. right about now, just after the 20 break. So win some money or not. I don't care. I'm not eligible, so but you could put some money in your pocket. All right, back we go. More Handle on the news. Jennifer Jones-Lee, Wayne, and me.
Remember when they took the paid family leave out of the big social safety net bill? Well, they put it back in.
They put it back in.
Plus, they're adding other stuff. Immigrant work permits, a state and local tax break, Democrats, and I'm not sure that I understand the thinking here, because it went poorly in Virginia in the governor's race. They think it's a wake-up call, and all of a sudden, instead of backing off to make it more palatable to more people,
They're adding on.
They're doubling down.
Yeah, and so how does it come in at $1.75 trillion? Something's got to give. Family paid leave, the Democrats wanted 12 weeks. They're now okay at 4 weeks, and at least have overcome the Republicans who are accepting of the family paid leave, but only till noon on the first day. And then you have to go back to work.
This is going to be a big problem, too. I mean, the family paid leave, it's really insulting that we don't have it.
Oh, absolutely.
When you look at the rest of the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's kind of stupid. It's aggressively stupid to say we don't need to have any kind of paid family leave. But this program for 7 million immigrants who are here illegally to be able to get work permits. This is not DACA, a narrowly targeted program for a particular kind of person who didn't come here of their own volition. This is now opening it up significantly. And, DACA already has problems legally. This, I don't even see how this can fly.
I don't think it can. I think a lawsuit would instantly, because you've got illegal aliens are not entitled to many programs. They're excluded across the board. So I cannot see an amendment I can see an amendment not allowing illegal aliens. That's an easy one. And I don't know if the Democrats are going to defend that with all of their vigor. They can't.
They think the way to get back in the voters' good graces is to be even more aggressively the thing that turned some voters off in the first place. So I don't know who's advising them, but I do know that this bill now is over 2,000 pages.
Yeah, I think they just saw that Youngkin won by going to the, hey, let's look at your kids, let's look at your crime, and kind of stayed back from politics and was more of, let me be the guy that saves your community. And this was a knee-jerk reaction that, you're right, was like doubled down on the thing that people didn't like in the first place.
Well, also, the Democrat went for anti-Trump, attacked Youngkin as being a Trumpist, and that didn't fly. The populists didn't buy it because Youngkin just not, or at least he wouldn't connect with Trump. So, also Joe Biden has a lot to do with it because his ratings are now down at 42%, and he's almost become a negative. Well, he has become a negative.
He's underwater.
Yeah.
And I know that in Virginia, the Democrats lost ground even with their core constituency. There were hardcore Democrats who said, not this time.
All right, there is a new report by the Pentagon that says that American airstrike that killed 10 Afghan people, including 7 kids in August, was caused by operational problems, poor communication, misinterpretation of intel. And they say, I guess the Inspector General that I heard from the Air Force said that the initial decision to conduct the airstrike was reasonable. In fact, here's what he said after that.
Individuals involved in the strike interviewed during this investigation truly believed at the time that they were targeting an imminent threat to U.S. forces.
And it's because of that that they say there will be no criminal charges in connection with
look
the
at this, all right? You had 12 service people, or 13 had just been killed by that bomb. You had thousands of Afghanis at the airport. They didn't know who was who, and then they had information that was reasonable. It turned out to be wrong, but reasonable that that van, in fact, could have or did have terrorists inside that were going to go to the airport and attack those people. Based on that, they attack it, and it turns out to be civilians. And, of course, that's the horror of, look at how horrible America is. It's god-awful. Forget about the 12 servicemen. That's no big deal. You know, that's what they do. They line up and they get killed. But, you know, making a mistake in good faith becomes international derision. And welcome to the world and how it looks at the United States. Screw them. Let's just nuke Paris. That'll show them.
Oh boy, this went off the rails really fast. Holy smokes. Hey, we have a jury in the trial of the 3 men accused of killing of Ahmaud Arbery. 11 white members, 1 black member, and somebody might be going, why do we have to say the race of the people? And unfortunately, it's because race is still such a relevant issue in the criminal justice system. So that they did manage to whittle it down to these folks.
Right, 1,000 prospective jurors. The argument is there should be more blacks on the jury. And the judge said, or at least the people who run jury pools, jury selection, are saying, this is what we ended up with out of 1,000 applicants, and that's it. Now, the argument could be, then you go to 2,000. Then you go to 3,000. You go through 4,000 prospective jurors until you get a...
You still might end up with 11 and 1.
No, it'll never be 11 and 1, because if you have to go through 50,000, you have to have...
what you're talking about sounds kind of like a quota.
Yeah, well,
you must impanel a jury with a racial makeup that is within an acceptable statistical variation of the racial makeup of the population.
All right, so let me ask you. This will be appealed instantly if these 3 guys lose and they're convicted.
It won't be appealed by them. This is what's interesting here. Normally,
if they're convicted, tell me that that's not going to be...
They're convicted by... They're convicted by a jury that is overwhelmingly white, and they're going to say... There should have been more black people
because
on
it
the
was
jury?
unfair. Yeah, or it can't be if they're acquitted. It certainly can't be appealed by the prosecution. But I think the argument's going to be for any argument. This wasn't fair because I'm telling you,
they're going to be. Listen, now that I think about it, I see how that could happen. That's going to be hilarious.
It is going to be hilarious
that white defendants are going to appeal the selection of the jury by saying in this case, that there weren't enough black people on the jury.
Right.
And we got convicted because there weren't enough black people on the jury?
Look at their defense now. They thought that Arbery was, in fact, a criminal They thought he was stealing. They thought and they chase him and shoot him. And their argument is he was a danger, and he had just been burglarizing a place that it is perfectly legal for him to go through. That's a ridiculous
He
defense.
went to look inside a house that was under construction, which my friend Adam Grant and I, when they were building these big houses at the top of our hill and they were just framed, we went and walked through them too because we were curious. So I don't, I know that's a natural impulse from a law-abiding person to want to do it.
And it's legal as a construction site. It's not a residence. So by law, it can't be burglary. All right, let's go ahead and take a break, and we'll come back. KFI AM 640, Jennifer.
LA County started rolling out COVID-19 vaccines to kids aged 5 to 11. This young girl says she's looking forward to getting the shot.
Because my birthday's in December, so I'll get my vaccine there, I guess.
The CDC gave its final approval of the pediatric doses on Tuesday. Health officials say the shots will be given out at 480 school-based events this month. They say they expect to have enough shots for every kid in the age group who wants the vaccine. News is brought to you by American Vision Windows. California has new plans to try and address the state's housing crisis. California Attorney General Rob Bonta says an estimated 150,000 people in California sleep in shelters or on the street, and another 700,000 are moments away from an eviction notice.
This is all happening as our state's 17 million renters spend a significant portion of their paychecks on rent.
Bonta says a strike force is being created that will focus on tenant protections, housing availability, and affordability and enforce housing laws. Bonta is also going to host a series of tenant roundtable events. DoorDash has rolled out new safety features to its app.
DoorDash wants its delivery drivers to feel safe on the road. It has partnered with security company ADT to come up with 2 new features. Safe Dash is the safety reassurance call that allows users to connect with an ADT agent in cases where they feel unsafe. ADT will stay on the line until either the delivery driver feels okay or the ADT agent decides to get police involved. The second feature is the emergency assistance button. That lets the delivery driver discreetly contact ADT, who will pass along info to cops. Deborah Marr, KFI News.
President Biden says his administration is working to get Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine for young kids out as fast as possible.
As soon as next week, we'll have enough vaccine and enough places, and parents will be able to schedule appointments to get their kids their first shot.
As we were talking about during Handle on the News, about 28 million kids between the ages of 5 and 11 are eligible for the smaller dose. Merck's COVID-19 antiviral pill has been given conditional authorization in the UK. The pill is to be taken twice a day for 5 days by people at home with mild to moderate COVID symptoms. The UK is the first country to give the pill the okay. And the organizers of the Golden Globes have hired the first full-time chief diversity officer in an effort to make the award show more inclusive. The Hollywood Foreign Press Association has faced a lot of backlash over the past year, so it's been trying to make changes to improve the award show. NBC has said it will not air the Golden Globes in January because of diversity concerns. Those delays continue on the 101.
Boy, they sure do. And anyway, if you just joined us, or maybe you're still at home, watch you're driving this morning. The weather and low clouds and fog could be down on the roadway. The 101 is in big trouble now. Southbound before the 4 level. We had about 3 or 4 pursuits last night, and this is the end of another one. But South 101 before the 4 level, 2-rider block back up from Alvarado. Sunset Boulevard is good if you want to use it, but back to about Vermont, it shouldn't take too much time to get you through. Also in Long Beach, South 710 transition to the West 91. Somebody spun out. Driver seen walking around, CHP is responding. The big problem continues in Orange County. This started last night in its pursuit. South 55 at Dyer, all lanes are shut down. They're still dealing with it. 55 backed up before the 5. Use Red Hill, get on at MacArthur, and away you go. Tough morning. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Jeff Law.
In NHL action, the LA Kings surprised the St. Louis Blues with a 3-2 shootout win, improving to 4-5-1 on the season. The NBA has tried to clamp down on what they call non-basketball moves that are designed to draw fouls, like the shooter doing extra leg kicks or sideways lunging into a defender. And the crackdown seems to be working. As these moves draw more officiating scrutiny this season, free throws and foul shots are down, as are cries of "come on" from fans frustrated by the antics of these players with the ball trying to get to the free throw line. I'm Wayne Mesner, KFI Sports.
Interest rates still low. Inflation has yet to hit interest rates, and your home has increased in value substantially. So that leaves equity in your home that's just sitting there earning you nothing. So borrowing against that equity and putting it into something that makes money makes sense. Now you can borrow against it and use the money for remodel, construction. But what I'm pitching is making money out of your equity. And that's what HMS Capital helps you do. With their razor sharp interest rates, they're confident they're going to grow your business. I've done 2 mortgages with HMS Capital, so I have no problem recommending them. Call 833-255-5698, 833-255-5698. Visit hmscapital.com.
SoCal weather from KFI, mostly sunny after the gray goes away. As Jeff mentioned, lots of fog out there right now. Highs will range from the mid-60s to low 70s at the beaches. Low to mid-70s from Metro LA and OC. Low to mid-80s for the valleys and the IE. News local, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Jennifer Jones Lee.
Are you looking for a Medicare Advantage plan that lets you access out-of-network specialists without a referral? With the United Healthcare Medicare Advantage HMO POS plan, you get more of the extras you need with great benefits, like up to $200 yearly to buy over-the-counter products, routine eye exam, and $300 allowance towards eyewear, copays as low as $375 for hearing aids, and much more. With a $0 premium Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare, you'll get more care for your Medicare dollars. Take advantage. Call United Healthcare today at 1-877-215-6533, CTY 711, and trust America's #1 health provider to help you find the right plan for you. Call United Healthcare at 1-877-215-6533, CTY 711. That's 1-877-215-6533, CTY 711. Benefits, features, or devices vary by plan and area. Limitations and exclusions apply.
If you think your dishwasher is only good for cleaning, or that your washer dryer is just for laundry, think again. Those appliances can also reduce your impact on climate change if you make sure not to run them between peak hours of 4 to 9 p.m. Because outside those times, there's more renewable energy for them to use. SCE Time of Use Rates, an easy way to make a change for the better. Visit SCE.com/POU rates for more information.
Do you need a new water heater? Water Heaters Only, with over 53 years in business, offers low prices, quality same-day service, and 0% deferred interest financing. Visit waterheatersonly.com. That's waterheatersonly.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Save on Proud Season cheeses for your holiday spread at Whole Foods Market. Take 20% off select 3 cheeses through November 16th, while supplies last. Plus, Prime members save an extra 10%. Learn more on the Whole Foods Market app.
When Jane started Windows over 20 years ago, we picked a company we thought would do a good job. We were so disappointed.
So we saw a genuine need for a company with strong character, one that people could have faith in.
American Vision Windows was born right then and there.
The best thing about working for American Vision Windows and with customers specifically is having their dreams come true. And we try to accomplish the best job we can to make them happy.
With a great experience, I couldn't ask for anything better.
I've been in the construction trade for 35 years. The level of quality of products that they use for their prep work was top notch.
American Vision Windows continues to revolutionize the home improvement industry, one customer at a time, while changing the lives of our employees for the better. It's so simple.
Happy employees, happy customers.
For a limited time, we pay the cash, plus 0 payments, 0 interest until 2023. Call 888-226-9908. That's 888-226-9908. Or visit AmericanVisionWindows.com.
All based on materials on comfort as Beta Model Windows cannot be combined with any other offers on approved credit. Some restrictions apply. See website for details. Offers 5/12/31/2021. CSLB number 778-326.
For official rules and more information about contacts on this station,
Go to KFIAM640.com/rules.
On the truth from Eastwell, California. I'm John from Whittier. Mark from Long Beach.
Hi, I'm William from Glendora.
Hi, I'm Andrea, and I just won $1,000.
I won $1,000 listening to KFI.
Just for listening to KFI.
And I just won $1,000 listening to KFI.
you hear the keyword, text it in.
For your chance to pocket $1,000.
Thank you so much.
From KFI AM 640.
More stimulating talk.
The Joe Handle Morning Cruise, Thursday, November 4th. Majority of U.S. workers fall under the vaccine mandate. Well, it's going to happen January 4th. And that is, I can't wait till January 4th when I start the show. Good morning, all you vaccinated people. Okay, let's move on with more Handle on the news. Jennifer, Wayne, and me.
All right, there was a baby that was found in Paris, and the mom of the baby now has been accused of killing and discarding the newborn's body into a trash bin.
Wow. Wow. And didn't just discard a child who had died or an infant who had died.
No, murdered.
So trauma.
The baby was found on the afternoon of January 22nd, and as they put it, they said that the passersby who found the baby said it had just been discarded in the trash.
Yeah, keep in mind, he has, I think they opened the investigation, early this year?
Yeah, I think it's been going on now for 9 months, and they said that they think maybe both parents were involved, but only the mother was taken into custody, and the father's identity and possible whereabouts, they're not saying right now.
The information is still a little sketchy. You know, the police don't let out a lot of information sometimes.
Well, the mystery continues in the disappearance of a woman named Heidi Plank, mother of a 10-year-old who got up one day, left the house with her dog, went to her son's game, left early, disappeared. They found the dog, I think, on a high floor of the Hope and Flower building. The dog's fine, but the dog was just walking around.
Oh,
Thursday. But the mystery part is, could it be in connection to the fraud investigation into the company that she worked for? Because her ex-husband said he got a call from authorities about the managing partner of this company about 4 days after his ex-wife disappeared. So they're thinking there could be a connection.
Yeah, and Sugarman, who's the managing partner, happens to be the son-in-law of Peter Guber.
Oh, that name co-owns the Dodgers and the Warriors and LA Football Club and all that stuff.
All right, there is a new realization from the crisis at the ports, and one of them is specifically in Long Beach, pharmacies say that because of the backup of supplies at the ports, they're short on medical supplies, and they're not focusing necessarily on prescriptions, but it's wheelchairs, walkers, things like that, nebulizers for little kids that might need albuterol and can't use inhaler like normal. Those are the things that are apparently sitting out there and just waiting to come in. And you've got to get things from point A to point B. There was a pharmacy, I think it was in Santa Clarita Valley, that says it only has a handful of items like crutches and wheelchairs because all the products are in back order.
Yeah, you think there would be a program, and I don't know how they would do it, but if I had the ability, if I were the czar of containers, the container czar, I would give priority to medical supply, any container that has medical supplies, and the shipper, the recipient, can actually ask for priority to get that shipper head of the line because of a health issue here.
I think that's a great idea.
It's my favorite store at the mall.
Yeah, containers are us. Big company now.
Okay, so they won't flood the Grand Canyon. I guess usually they flood it on purpose. The U.S. Bureau of Reclamation will sometimes flood the Grand Canyon in order to get sediment down in there, to rebuild the beaches for campers and to create sandbars for fish, but because of the drought, they're not going to do it. No sandbars, no fish. No sandbars for you. And certainly also global warming, because the river is simply getting warmer, the water, a lot of fish are dying off. It's, the climate change. Let's take a break. We'll come back and we'll finish up Handle on the news on this Thursday morning, November 4th. Check in with Jennifer Jones-Lee.
Well, a crew member involved in the deadly movie shooting set in New Mexico is speaking out again. The armorer in charge of the gun that actor Alec Baldwin fired says she did everything to ensure safety. She already said last week she doesn't know where the live round came from that killed the cinematographer, Helena Hutchins. The mother of pop star Britney Spears wants $650,000. She wants the money to come from her daughter's estate to cover her legal fees. She claims she had to hire attorneys in 2019. And State Attorney General Rob Bonta has created a strike force that he says will tackle California's growing housing crisis. Or we've got lanes blocked on the 10. We'll check in with the KFI in the sky next.
If you want out of your house, and it doesn't matter what the reason is, moving, downsizing, financial issues, maybe you've inherited a home and you don't know what to do, I'll tell you the first thing you think about. Everybody does. You go to a real estate agent, you list the house, who then charges 6%, of course, for the sale. And then clean, paint, repair, and then put your tchotchkes away in the closet. And of course, the buyers, potential buyers walk through the house, and you've got to be out of there. So let's change all of that around. Selling your home for a fair price without any of that. No buyer walks through, no appraisal, no commission, no painting, no repairing, and that's what Direct Buyers does. Direct Buyers, a local family-owned business, will buy your house, and will buy it now. And they've been around since 1986. The owners, Matt and Jim, are brother and sister. I love the way they do business. They'll give you an honest, no obligation offer, up to $15,000 cash advance before closing, and they'll never lowball you. DirectBuyers.com, DirectBuyers.com, 844-242-SELL, DirectBuyers.com.
Grab your favorite mug and warm up with savings at Whole Foods Market. Get 25% off all packaged teas through November 16th, plus an extra 10% off for Prime members, while supplies last. See more on the Whole Foods Market app.
SoCal weather from KFI, mostly sunny after the gray and the fog goes away with highs mid-60s at the beaches to the mid-80s inland. This report is brought to you by Whole Foods Market. Take a look at that drive and see why the lanes are blocked on the 10.
Yeah, there's no fun anywhere here this morning. Now, if you're in Beaumont or headed that way, it's on the eastbound side, eastbound 10, before the merge with the East 60. I think that's about the best way to put it. It's at Oak Valley, actually. But two right lanes are blocked there. A couple of rigs have tangled. There's an awful lot going on. And the backup is severe. It's all the way through 5th Street, and 60 is a little bit better. And getting into downtown Los Angeles, no fun here either. South 101, before the 4 level, the end of yet another pursuit. We had a whole bunch of them. Two right lanes are still blocked. Now, the backup got quite severe. It's just south of Hollywood Boulevard. Sunset Boulevard, down to the 4 level, is a little bit better. More on the 55 coming up top of the hour. You want to hear this. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Jeff Baugh.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's Provember event is back, and they're thanking pros like you all month long with top values on pro brands like DeWalt and Spyder, online or in stores through November 24th. Lowe's, the new home for pros, U.S. only.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed effortlessly adjusts in response to both of these. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. And now save $1,000 on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed, only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
The Delta variant is making COVID-19 spread faster and more easily. Variants can be more contagious, aggressive, and deadly. But we know vaccines work. Vaccinated Californians have greater protection against serious illness, hospitalization, and death. We can help stop the spread and end this pandemic. Get vaccinated and wear a mask when it can protect you and others. Find a vaccine near you at myturn.ca.gov. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
Hey, it's Conway here. Know why I got a whole house water filtration system from Purigan Water? Because I don't want to wonder if my family's tap water is safe. No more wasting money on bottled water, no plastic bottles to recycle, and no more visits to the chiropractor's office because you're lifting 5-gallon bottles of water or 40 pounds of salt. No calcium buildup on faucets or shower heads, and that alone is worth it. Purigan extends the life of your water heater. Stay on with this clean water. Purigan Water offers free lifetime service. No one else can make that claim. The system takes up a little tiny amount of space. So let's get Purigan, California's preferred whole house water filtration system. And for a limited time, when you buy a whole house system, you get the 6-stage alkaline drink system for free. 844-80-WATER. 844-80-WATER. That's T-U-R, again, water.com. Spelled wrong, but the water's right. 844-80-WATER.
Purigan Man is your best friend to make your water pure again.
We're Dr. Robert Lewis.
He's a neurosurgeon at Pickup Family Neurosciences Institute who loves camping with his daughter. He is also a nationally recognized expert in minimally invasive brain tumor surgery at Hoag. Dr. Lewis would love to get to know you and is ready to make a positive difference in your family's life. Get to know Hoag. Visit hoaghealth.org and find your physician today.
This is your moment. The first of many moments as a new father to come that really do matter. Moments you'll never forget and moments you can never get back. This is your moment to put in the work where it really counts. At home with your newborn. Paid Family Leave can provide new fathers up to 8 weeks of partial wage replacement to bond with your new baby. This is your moment. Take it. For more, visit CaliforniaPaidFamilyLeave.com. Moments matter.
Contractor license 1047-781.
Kenny, it's Ken. What's the deal with the flashlight? What do you mean? Like on our billboards and on our trucks and stuff. That kid with the flashlight is me, Zach. Explain that to me. My dad was a big-time expert. So back when I was in grade school, he would always take me with him on repair calls at night.
Hercules, Psycho Black Pipe.
Yeah, and he would always explain to me how he diagnosed the problem. That's a good dad, that's what that is. And then he would show me the right way to fix it.